Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your JAYFLIGHT 34 RSBS travel trailer. You guys picked a pretty cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. If you slide on your campsite, and your slides on your offside. Make sure you have plenty of room for these to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of them. Leave yourself a walking path along the side, because you're going to have to get back here to get to your power and water connections. So there's going to be right in front of your tire on your off campsite, so park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. Now I do recommend, on one this long, bring in your slides, find the center of your unit, put a stick on level on there and have someone watch that while you raise or lower your unit. Power tongue jack up front with a docking light should you arrive at night. You do have a manual override right here underneath this stopper and a hand crank to bring that up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure you haven't wiggled them loose bouncing down the road. Once you got your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize it. On all four corners you have your stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. Simply put it on, crank to the right to bring them down. Now as I bring this down, I'm going to mention stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Keep them from sinking into the ground. Get a 4-pack of those from our store with your 10% off coupon, and just run these down until they're taut. Remember, they're stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So run these down just until you have a little bit of pressure on your crank here. Any type of resistance, you know you're down far enough. Run all four of them down, all four corners. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Your power connection is right here. Like I said, in front of your tire and your off camp side. The way these new cords work, simply put it in at an angle. You'll line this black piece up here with this slot. Push that in there and then twist to the right and put on your gray washer. Now at the end of that 50 amp service, should you need it, there's a dog bone that'll run you from 50 amp down to 30 amp. And if you need to plug in at home, also in your convenience pack is a 30 to 110 to put on here. Just remember, run appliances accordingly if you're running off 110. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. Over here's our city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid into these. Hook up your hose, hook up your water pressure regulator, but don't turn your hose on yet. You're going to step right over here to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point is make sure our drain plug's back on. Put that back on there nice and tight. Once that's on there good and snug, you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater. Or turn on your hose, excuse me. Go inside and open up your hot water tap. It's going to come out cold, but once the water's flowing out of there, you know your hot water heater is full. You've gotten all the air out of the lines, and you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now if you're going to go camping and you're not going to use city water, you use potable water. Right above your city water connection, excuse me, right next to your city water connection is your potable water tank. Same thing, use a water pressure regulator, hook up the hose, treat your hot water heater the same way. Just remember though, When filling this, way to tell this is full is go inside and press your fresh water tank button. That'll tell you when this level is full. And remember, when using your potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. Alright, we got everything hooked up to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Again, your city and potable water. An outdoor shower. Here's our dump station, black and gray tanks. Your low point drain for leaving the campsite. This is your hot water here. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that, it'll get rather warm. This is a vent for your microwave. Your cable input at the campsite. You have this big storage area here. On the back of the unit, you got a ladder. Go up and check your seams. Caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. It's a device you can purchase from our store. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle and electronically communicates with this device, giving you a backup camera. Spare tire with a cover. Your rear stabilizing jacks. Your big campsite slide. Over here on your campsite, this is prepped for a TV. Snap a TV bracket on here. You have your cable and 110 out here. Your pass-through storage. Your awning with light. I'll run that awning out for you, show you how far to run those out. Coming on the front of your unit, your propane is on a regulator. Simply turn it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Power tongue jack again. Batteries, docking light, and your storage over here. Stabilizing. There's a cover for your propane. Well, it covers everything out here. Let's head inside your unit. So the first thing I like to point out when I come inside a unit is that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping knows that the fire extinguisher is here in case of emergency. Coming in immediately to your right, you will see your thermostat. We're going to turn that AC on. Alright, that kicked on. Now I'm going to turn on your furnace. You'll notice your AC will shut off quickly. Furnace kicked on. Now when you shut your furnace off, that fan takes a few minutes to shut off. Control panel. Up top is where you check your tanks, your brand new battery, your fresh tank. That's when you can tell when your potable water is full. Your black and gray tanks. Down here is your water pump. Turn that on if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to gas. Your water heater if you're hooked up to electric. Here's your interior and exterior lighting. Your slide control. Your other slide control and your awning. I'll go ahead and run your awning out. Show you how far to send that out. You're only going to want to run that out until you see that flap fall down to 90 degrees. Once you can see that bar, you know you're out far enough. Turn that back in here. And we'll go ahead and walk around the rest of your unit. Your table, of course, move this to the side. Fold your table down, set it on these lips. Remove your back cushions and put it on top for another bed. Lighting is here on these. Your chairs, of course, your little eating table here will remove. Simply remove it from the cup holder. To recline, reach inside to what I call a parachute pull. Pull up on that, and your recliner. Push down with your feet to put it back. These cup holders, you kind of got to set them in there and push them in. They snap in. Your sofa, let me show you quickly how to turn that into a bed. Your back cushions are all velcroed on. Simply remove those. I like to stand in the middle, it gives you good leverage. Lift up, open your legs out, pull it up towards you. Lay down your back, and just that quickly, you have another bed. Reverse the process. So reach down in here, lift up on the back first, and then bring your front up. And just that quickly, you are back to a sofa. Back here you also have individual one-touch lighting. Here's your television. Have your remotes here and turn that on for you.
Now closing on Mondays to give
television
workers
working?
a break. But one extra day the restaurant.
Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. Yeah, I can go through these lights and get all these pretty colors, but the biggest thing is the heat. Crank that heat up. If it's cold in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas, use their electricity to warm it up in here. It'll get it toasty in no time. And up top in the middle, here's your sound system. Remote for this as well. Turn it on. AM, FM. We'll scan for some channels because I'm not sure if it'll pick anything up in here, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, so dual zone, whatever's blue is on. Now both are off. Now it's on just outside. Indoors and outside. AM, FM, disc, TV audio, you can run that through your whole sound system. Touch for a mute, hold it in for off. Come around to your kitchen, to your Nordic cold fridge. So if we hold this button in for about 3 seconds, turns it on. So whatever is white is what you're controlling. Right now it's on the freezer. Freezer's at 5. We'll go to the fridge. We'll set the fridge up to 4. This is a night mode. That's telling the fridge I'm not going to be opening and closing you too much. Save me some power. And it does so. 3 seconds to shut off. Self-explanatory microwave. Your stove does have a light and a fan. The glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Panel light over here. Turn it to light, you see it turn red. Hit your flames with your spark over here. Same thing on the oven, no pilot light below. Turn it to light here. And then light it from over here. Your panel light, if you point it down, becomes an oven light. Coming around to your island, or excuse me, your pantry over here. Down the bottom is access panel to your breaker box and fuses. And then, I'm looking, there it is. Inside your island, toward your dinette, is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mentioned this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, nothing hooked up to your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Come back into the hallway. Thermostat again. Into the bathroom. The only thing I want to mention here, this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. And back into your bedroom. Another clamp for TV. You can get the same clamp and clamp it on here and take it off here and set it outside. Your lighting for in here. Charging station, a couple USBs and a 12 volt, 110. This is where it's wired for solar. If you ever decide to solar prep this entire unit, that is a template. That about covers everything on the inside. You have a separate slide control for this slide back here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close it up. So first thing in this room, make sure all your doors and drawers are closed. Hit in to bring your slide in. See the importance of having these drawers closed? Also, when you travel, make sure that you snap back your bathroom door. All right, we're in here. We'll shut off our lighting. Make sure that we close this bedroom door in the bathroom. I'm just going to shut our lighting off. So what I like to do is shut off this lighting here, and then I can look through and I can see any individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off. It's all off in here. Turn my main light back on here and hit slide in. Now before I do, I'm going to walk around, make sure all doors and drawers are closed, especially in your island here, as well as over here. Once everything's closed, the first slide in is going to be our campsite. And then slide in for our kitchen slide. Shut off the main lights and head out of the unit. So as you come out of the unit, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Then you can lift this up, set it inside, pull back on this handle here. It's going to lock your steps in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Put your handle over your door. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Unhook our water. Unhook our cable. You can at the dump station or at your campsite pull these low point drains because they're just clean waters. Dump both of them if you hooked up to city. Dump that one if you hooked up to potable water. Then you're going to come up to your hot water heater. Pull up on this pressure release valve. That's going to drain all your water out of here. It's going to be hot. Once that's done, make sure you snap that closed, otherwise your door won't open. And then you can pull this low point drain down here. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. And at the dump station, you can take this hose, comes in your convenience pack, hook it up right here, and pull your black holding tank. Now after it sounds like your black holding tank's no longer draining, you're gonna come up to this black tank flush valve. Again with your water pressure regulator. Hook up the hose at the dump station with your black handle open. Go ahead and turn that hose on. Let it run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. You shut that hose off, close your black handle, and pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Once that's done, close your gray handle. Come here and conveniently store your sewage hose in your bumper. That about covers everything. I hope you guys enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.